welcome back to my channel. This is Jessica with Beauty and Baseball. If you're new here, welcome. Today I have my palette updates. I have my 1 month, 1 palette finale for January, as well as a new palette that I've picked up for February. And I also have an update for my Pan That Palette challenge. I'm going to start with my Pan That Palette. As you know, I am panning the Stila Glitz and Glam palette. Looks like this. It's tiny cardboard. This is actually a face palette. Has a highlight, a blush, and 4 eyeshadows. Get a close-up. This was virtually brand new, just swatched when I started this, but I had repressed this blush because it fell out and cracked even though it was brand new. So it looks a little funky, but it's still very usable. I actually used the blush today and the highlighter. This is the end of the day, so my makeup doesn't look as fresh as it did this morning. I will insert some close-up pictures of the intro and where I currently am with the Pan That palette. I am going to show you my January palette. This was the Coastal Scents 88 color palette. And I set a goal for myself to hit pan on 10 shadows, and that was just completely unrealistic. As a matter of fact, I didn't hit pan on a single shadow, but I used probably 3/4 of the shadows in here. This is what they look like now. And even though I didn't hit pan on anything, I have a few that I've made some amazing progress with. This I've been using to set my primer, and I have got an incredible dip in that. I'll see if I can't get a still shot of that to insert. And I've really used a lot of these shades. I've been using the black to set my liner. This brown right here I've been using to do my eyebrows. And I've just been having fun playing with all of this color. Oops, sorry about blinding you. I've just been having a lot of fun playing with this color, and especially because my Pan That palette is, I don't want to say it's boring, but it's so neutral, and the Stila shadows, they don't really, for me, give a lot of color payoff. These are the only Stila shadows I've ever used, so I don't know if that's typical of a Stila eyeshadow. And if you have any better ways of using them to get a better color payoff, please leave me a comment. I would love to know how other people use these shadows, because I find that I only use them like for a basic day if I want just really natural looking makeup, because I can't get a lot of color, which is odd for a Glitz and Glam name on a palette. So that's why I had chosen this color palette for January, so that I could get a lot of color, you know, when I want to do a little bit more of a bold eye. So even though I didn't have as much success with this one as I had initially intended, I actually feel like the fact that I used more color variety and actually used more shadows, to me, was a success, even though I didn't hit pan. So for February, even though it's a short month, I have chosen another very colorful palette. This is the Sephora makeup palette. Looks like this. Trying to not blind anyone. Has a ton of color. I have had this for a couple of years. My sister-in-law actually used to work for Sephora, and she got this for me years ago, and I never reach for it. I always forget that I have it. It's always tucked in the back of a drawer, and it's high time that I use it. Let's see if I can do this without blinding anyone. This is what the palette looks like. We've got 6 blushes, bronzers, here. We've got some lip products on this side and all sorts of eyeshadows. And I believe this row are actually gel eyeliners. I'll have to double check on that, but I'm pretty sure those are gel eyeliners. Yeah, I've never really used this. If you look close, I think I tried to use this gloss once. Every other blush and eyeshadow in this is completely untouched, not even swatched. So it's about time I get to use this palette. I don't really know how much progress I will make on it, but any progress, any use is better than I've done in the past couple of years that I've had this. That is my choice for February's 1 month, 1 palette. And I will insert a still shot of this, and then when I do the finale at the end of February, I will also have a still shot so that you can see the difference. So wish me luck, and hopefully I can experiment with some of these colors. If nothing else, just get a little bit of usage out of it. Okay, that's my palettes for this month, and I will be picking a new palette every single month. So when I do my Pan That Palette updates, I will also be picking a new palette for the next month, and I will be showing you the finale from that current month. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you can see my updates each month on my Pan That Palette, and you can see which palettes that I choose each month for 1 month, 1 palette. Until I see you in my next video, have a beautiful day.